Good morning,
Houston. It is Monday, October 7th. It's 2024. It's 6:01 a.m. with the gang, ready to kick off the work week. Rula, Ryan, Eric, Special K, and Sam. The security guard downstairs is like, oh, do you have a good weekend? I was like, yeah, it's great. Don't you just kind of work to the next Friday? We're just already looking for the next Friday.
Got to enjoy every day.
We're just kind of looking for the next sleeping day.
I remember when I started radio in my small town at WIZZ. The Whiz Radio. The morning guy always had, during the summer, had Fridays off.
Oh, that must be nice.
So we had a nice 3-day weekend all summer long. He had a famous garden. He had this
famous garden
mansion thing where people would come and tour his garden and stuff.
What?
I don't know. I can't remember his name. I just remember he smoked.
You said all
the Wiz must have paid
all
well.
of y'all would have Sunday off, or just he would have Sunday off?
No, he'd have Friday off.
Friday off. I'm sorry, what am I saying? But you wouldn't be off.
No. Just give all of us a chance to work more.
Got it.
Oh, so would you guys do the best of Wiz?
No, I think the other guy would take over.
Okay.
And sometimes I do middays.
So he's having
I could do that radio tradio.
Oh, so he's doing the big garden party then? Did you ever attend?
No, they were all fancy guys.
We should bring that back.
They're all not my cup of tea.
Bow ties in the fields, having their crumpets.
Juleps. I like that Beauregard type
troubadour
character that Kevin does.
Troubadour. Beauregard.
I
actually kind of feel to it. I mean, it wasn't South.
Seersucker suits.
Yeah.
I actually did something almost like that. I was out at the Houston Polo Club yesterday.
I've always wanted to see a polo match, but
I had never seen one in my life.
It's a Pretty Woman that had one.
Right.
That's
all I need.
It's it's amazing. It's like I'm trying to think, there's no sport like it. I would say, if anything, it's probably closest to soccer, the way they pass.
But don't they have to jump on different horses throughout the game or match, whatever it's called?
Well, I think they stay on the same horse.
I thought they get tired. The horses can only do so much.
Yeah.
And then they have to I don't know, they tag another guy in or
I
how
couldn't
they do
tell
it.
you who won. I'm just trying to watch this, and I'm like, oh my God, these guys, this is amazing athleticism.
It's dangerous.
10 years ago, Ryan Chase is looking at Ryan Chase saying, who the hell are you?
He would punch
you
him in his
polo
hula.
match.
Well, it's not something I do every day. I'm just trying to try different things. That's all.
Next thing you know, he's trying out.
the seersucker suit that you're talking about.
I was
the
not
guy
in a
that's up on
seersucker
Fridays.
suit. Was not in a seersucker suit.
That's the attire, is it not?
Well,
you got your mint juleps and all that.
I was
Who are
just
the
drinking
people?
water.
I bet it's oil and gas people, right? All those River Oaks, Richie Rich fans.
I don't know. I ran into Justin from Channel 2. He does the weather. And
What's his last name?
oh, God.
Stapleton.
Yeah.
Like Chris. Are they related?
Stapleton.
Kevin, you know everybody at all the news channels.
That's because I be up on all the news.
That's right.
He's got a face for TV.
He's
I do
got
not.
that antenna. He gets all the local news.
I literally have an antenna that I do get local channels on for free. I don't have to buy any cable or anything.
Yeah, and
Because they still broadcast over antennas. And I get all the HD2 channels and 3 and 4. Some channels have 4 channels hidden behind them.
I thought they
and what
stopped
kind of
doing
channels
that.
are they? What
They're
kind of channels are they?
Yeah, what are they?
They're game show channels and movie channels, things that you watch on a Sunday afternoon half awake.
Okay.
We should talk about Kevin's big MC event this weekend with the most awards in the history of any industry.
Yeah, what happened?
I swear there must have been
So crazy.
300 awards for the Greater Houston Builders Association, and I was the MC of the event. And
Any jokes?
I had a script I needed to stick to, but I did talk about the show and how important it is for them to think about radio when looking for promotions for their different homes they're building.
Way to sell it.
Right?
Nice.
And so it lasted for a while, but I was so humbled to be a part of it because now I'm a builder, baby. And
Just because you MC the event doesn't make you a builder, but in
Yes.
Texas, sure.
and I was like,
Special
hey
K
guys,
build.
so why am I here? It's because I do this too.
Did you come out with a tool belt? And all your tools on it and stuff?
That would have been a fun idea,
Tim
but
Allen?
I didn't think about
would've been
that.
a fun
No,
idea.
I'd wear tux and everything like that. And
Oh,
then
a tux.
What are some of the awards, best front porch build? What do they do?
Oh,
Best
yeah.
garage? What do they do?
that is exactly what it was like. It was like the best bathroom, $500,000 to $1 million home. Best, all these different bests of different rooms, and then there was umbrellas for best neighborhoods that have built communities, because these are people who are building entire communities.
Not
out
just
and
a
about.
one-off house.
Yeah, I learned where Hockley was.
You didn't know where Hockley was? Katie Hockley?
I didn't know where Hockley
These
was.
people sound like they're at the polo match the next day.
Yes.
If they're building communities.
And then when it was over. I caught up with Rula
That was fun.
late night, and
No
we went out
surprise.
and had a couple drinks.
We saw a lot of people. That
Rubbed shoulders with some who's who of Houston.
Yeah, I was like, wow, look at all the people that showed up here. Me and Kevin should just sit here, have our drinks, and watch.
You should go there every week. Just sit there and look for.
Yes,
hang out.
because I was already in a cute outfit, so I was like, and Rula wasn't far away, so I was like, "Hey, girl, I'm around the corner.
Let's
Wanna
go."
get a drink."
What, you're in your tux still?
Yes, I was.
Yeah, he looked really good,
And
and,
so
he had blue sparkle shoes.
I could
really
get
liked
into
those.
I could get into anywhere with that tux.
It was
apparently.
really fun.
Just walk like you know.
Kevin.
Yeah, because there's a dress code all up in the building that I was working in, so I felt like, I
should wear it
could
to work one
open
day.
any doors.
Exactly right.
Yeah, wear it to work one day. Be like in Step Brothers where they go on the job interview in tuxedos.
Oh my gosh.
That's so weird. What if someone did that? You're trying to hire.
Went to a job interview in a
man.
tux.
I'm like, I don't know about this guy.
I would like to work on the Rule and Ryan show as the phone operator / coffee maker, and here I am in my tuxedo to show you how dedicated I am.
Comfortable.
My friend's show in Florida, the guy just left, but his nickname was Suits,
Suits?
and every day he wore a suit. He was on that show for 7 years.
Well, it got Jake Hamilton far from Fox 26 now in Fox.
But he's on TV. At
Chicago.
least this guy was just in the back.
Yeah, radio.
He did he was on once in a while,
Suits.
Uh-huh.
kind of like a mod. He was doing the phones and doing the TV screens and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Well, maybe
Wearing a
he
suit, I
was.
wouldn't- I'd be
Maybe
like,
he
hell
came
no.
from a
That's his
family
thing.
where his parents were like super strict about dress code, and he just was comfortable in that. I don't know. I don't know how to
Right.
explain that. Really don't know how to explain
I
that.
feel bad. I don't know his
really
real
like to
name.
wear suits. We always had a tie, also,
Yeah,
or just
suit.
because the tie thing
Suits.
is a game changer, I believe, for a lot of men. They feel a little bit more relaxed if they have to wear the suit but not the tie.
Oh yeah.
Tie
You
is
know.
it's like a noose. They say
It really is.
It is. And in high school, I had to wear a tie every single day to school, so we would leave them tied and just loosen up to where you can slip it over your head. I swear I had one tie that I didn't untie for 4 years. you're running late. Throw that thing on and get on down the road. Now the girls had to wear a uniform. It was weird. Boys did not have a uniform. The girls did.
Interesting.
Had those skirts that Eric's
Oh, yeah.
daughters have to
The
wear.
box pleat.
They roll up the skirts
Yeah.
until you
I
you
just saw
pass
that,
Sister
Mr.
Fran. Roll it down.
Mr. Hornsby just sent me a text that my daughter's got detention on Tuesday or Wednesday
Uh-oh.
What now?
because of the skirt issue.
Oh,
Really?
Told her
Just
many
now?
times.
speaking of,
But I feel
Yeah.
bad because
On the KRBE text line?
no, on my Gmail.
Oh, you pointed at the computer like the
That's right there.
KRBE text
I
line.
just said
That's
so
another-
By the
way, your daughter's got detention via
That's what I was thinking.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, my
you point the
Gmail.
computer that we look at for text.
That's
I
over
go,
here. This one.
That okay? Yeah. That's
But I feel
funny.
bad because she only has one because she changed schools, so she only has like one skirt. We kept ordering the other one,
Yeah.
waiting for me. I have to
Yeah.
wash it every night.
Takes forever.
And when they trimmed it or whatever what do you guys call
Hemmed
it?
it.
Hemmed it.
Trimmed it.
I don't know.
yeah, because once you hem it, if you hem it too much,
It
then
was
you can't
short,
drop it
so-
back down.
We were able to try and get it. I guess it was hemmed too much up and made
Yeah.
it short, so I had to undo that Friday.
So they did undo the hem and let it down some.
yeah.
Okay, at least
but
there
now
was
she
some
doesn't wear
fabric
it this
left.
week because it's homecoming week, so they
Oh.
can wear sweatpants or something.
Do they do?
really?
Oh,
do they
nice.
do homecoming spirit decorations like Spirit Week and everything? I remember we had Spirit Week
Yeah.
leading up to that.
I think a lot of schools did that probably last week too, right? Whenever their homecoming is, they do all that.
And then you have the pep rally, and
Yeah.
we would
Yep.
decorate different hallways. The freshmen would get a hallway, and all the way up to the seniors.
Oh,
and,
That's what
and
Sam was
competition.
nominated for. What homecoming court or
Yeah,
queen or
homecoming
Oh.
queen.
Tell us more.
I mean, I just was nominated, and the way that they did it for votes was it wasn't even vote based. Obviously, I would have won. It was money
Definitely
based.
confident.
Yeah.
Money based. What do you mean? Whoever raises the most money?
Yes, and all these girls were putting in their paychecks. I was like, I'm not wasting my paycheck on this.
You're smart.
And what did you have
wouldn't
to? Did you have to sell things like charity something?
I'm sure I know
Popcorn
some
or chocolate bars?
No, we didn't have anything to sell. I'm
Popcorn.
sure I maybe went to a charity, but the thing is, we didn't like. It was never a big charity in our school, so it was just a random thing that they were like, "Oh, this is a great idea," and then they never did it after that. So clearly,
Oh,
it was
just
like
your
because
year.
it was
That one year.
rigged. It was totally rigged because
It's
these
rigged.
girls were
It's
putting
rigged.
in their paychecks.
So the girl that won, what? She not
How
as
much
top-
money
not
is
as
she
pretty as
raising?
you.
I don't even know how much.
Scale 1 to
money
10,
she
you give her like a
raised.
4, and you're like, I'm
But
a
it
7
was,
or 9.
we had a Corvette and we drove around the football field
Wow.
and
Oh,
we
yeah,
had to
for
like
the-
wave to everybody.
You gotta-
Gosh.
Oh,
You
That
should put
feels
that on.
fancy.
You
Yeah.
should share that on social media, KRB.
Don't you have
Yeah,
those
I'll
pictures?
try. I'm sure my mom's listening. I'm sure there's a picture. I'm trying to think who my homecoming date was.
Cocaine
there's-
Because you can't always.
or
You can't
murder
always.
guy.
Yeah,
No,
like
those
maybe
guys
the
didn't
king
go to
murder
my
weapon
school.
guy.
You should have won that. The cocaine guy would have sold 2 bricks.
Right,
and,
exactly. I should have asked him for money. That was my mess up.
If somebody is
Dang
just
it, I would've
tuning in,
won.
you need to elaborate there. The cocaine guy, Sam,
I just had a friend
had accidentally dated a cocaine dealer.
in high school. where
only the largest.
Didn't know it at the
Dealer.
time.
Yeah, I mean, I
Just had the sniffles all the time.
You just had the sniffles.
You sick
And
again?
then I met his family, and I was like, "Oh my god, they're real scary."
Oh, I gotta get out of this.
Wow.
His dad was real intense, and I was like, I think we're just gonna be friends.
Was he in high school too, or was he?
Yeah, he went to another local high school,
That's why you didn't
and
know.
he
his
went to a
history.
very the Richie Rich high school. It's called Hershey.
Wow.
Pennsylvania.
Sounds
That's like-
delicious.
As in the chocolate
Smells like
dynasty.
chocolate.
That's where the dynasty
What was their
but
nickname?
the Trojans, Hershey Trojans. And then if you played at their games, you would throw,
They threw condoms out.
yes, you would throw condoms on their field.
When they
And
scored a
you would
touchdown?
destroy their-
Wow.
No, you were just like not as excited, like as
Oh, as enemies would do it?
enemies. That's the thing. You would throw like condoms all
Taunting
over.
them.
Yes.
Trojans. We were the Spartans.
I was going to say Spartans and Trojans. Sparta. Yeah. I know Spartans are, I feel like, a more
Spartan.
common
What were you called?
team name.
I was the Panthers. I went to Central
Panthers.
Dolphin East. There was two. So there was
Dolphin?
Central Dolphin. No.
Should have been a dolphin.
There was a Central Dolphin Rams, and then I was Central Dolphin East, which we were the Panthers.
the Panthers.
Do you have a dolphin sound effect?
I don't have a dolphin.
That's squeaky.
I know we're going back and forth in the sound effects.
I don't think so.
We both hit dance at the same time.
Okay, so
That's
we're
funny.
gonna,
My pool was a Skyline Dolphins, and we had a swim team.
Real quick, what was your high school best?
I
So
was
she
going to say,
was.
for the rest of the week, we're all going to just identify ourselves by our team mascots.
We were
in
the
high school.
Pirates. We were the Ottawa High School Pirates.
Ottawa.
Yeah.
Ottawa, okay.
Sounds like otter.
I was James E. Taylor, Mustangs.
Yeah, Mustangs.
Mustangs.
Panthers.
At St.
Pirates.
Thomas, if you played girls sports, you were a Wildcat. On my volleyball team, we were the Wildcats. But the boys soccer team were the Saints.
What? How do you get different?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
is
weird.
I have no
Saints?
idea.
Sense.
I don't know if St. Thomas still does that in Ireland. Somebody text me at
I guess we had the-
37530.
The dance team, or what are they called? They're
Drill team?
Yeah, they're the Pirates.
Oh, Pirates.
Pirates. Oh, I don't like that.
Some little sparkle there.
Eric's like, I'm a pirate. Okay, coming up in Celebrity Scoop. Rihanna, for a long time, has been the world's richest female musician, but now somebody has moved her to the side. What? We'll talk about that and
Ew.
more in Celebrity Scoop. You got to stay tuned and find out.
Tell me now.
Plus, we'll tell you more about how to win an amazing experience for Sabrina Carpenter's show with Say It for Sabrina. Here's your official weather for today.
Okay, so yesterday was the high temperature. It goes all the way back to 1928 since it had been that hot.
Really?
And it
What was
looks
the
like
temperature?
we're going to do it again today.
Well,
so
what was
it
that
was a high
temperature?
of 94 yesterday. Today we might see 95. Temperatures will go once this cool front comes in. It's supposed to come in like tomorrow. Temperatures will drop from the upper 90s to the upper 80s. So it'll get a little bit better later in the week.
In the 80s.
Yes. Right now, 74 degrees and 6:14 on the Roland Ryan Show.
It is brought to you by Taquerias Arandas. And don't forget, Say It for Sabrina happens today at 8 o'clock, where we reveal the phrase that you are going to repeat back to us at 9 a.m., 12 noon, 3 p.m., and 5 p.m. If you do that successfully, we make you a finalist for this fantastic experience where you and 3 friends, it's a 4-pack of tickets, get to sit in the KRBE suite, and you get a ride to and from the show, so you don't have to worry about any traffic or
Hey, that's a
where
big
you're gonna
relief.
park. I mean,
That's a-
you might be sitting in traffic, but you're not the driver.
Yeah.
I always worry about those things. Traffic. I don't know why. Just
Yeah.
we know it's gonna be bad. You just gotta sometimes like really just says
You're spoiling it for yourself,
Do it.
Eric.
stay.
Just stay to the end, man.
You got to just like
Be the
live in
last
the
one in your
moment and
car.
enjoy every last second of the song.
But then I
Let's-
think of like you being stuck in that airport traffic and that little
that makes me crazy.
round thing.
Oh yeah, the one time when Kevin and I
ramp.
flew back, it was 3 hours getting out of there.
That's my biggest nightmare.
Yeah, that's not good. But Say
What a
Sabrina
hobby.
is good.
Yep.
And 8 o'clock in the morning.
Pretty much.
8 o'clock in the morning, you'll get the phrase for Say It for Sabrina. We want to give the Texans big props because last night was, or yesterday afternoon, I was like, oh my God. We were all watching it at lunch around Tasso's phone. My husband's phone was on the table. We're like, hold on, shh. Shh. They're going to go for a field goal. Shh. Everybody quiet. We were all like, what the heck? And so if you missed the game against the Bills, we won in the literal last 2 seconds. When Kaimi
23-20.
How do you say it?
it's Kaimi Fairbairn
I know Fairbairn.
kicked a
Barb.
57-foot field goal.
Kaimi?
Kaimi is how you say his name.
Okay.
57-yard field goal.
That's
I had
impressive.
to, because, I didn't hear them say his first name in all the fun. Because if you listen to this, do they say his first name? Let's hear the audio of the kick.
A 59-yarder.
Oh, 59.
Snap. Placement. Sweeps the leg. Fairbairn. It's good. Clock City. Houston the W.
Didn't say his name, first name.
23-20 the final. They knock off the Bills at the buzzer.
Yeah.
What's
Sure
funny
did.
is during watching the game, you would think they're in Buffalo because they were just shooting Bills fans. I think they're trying to make it look like
television coverage of
Yeah.
Bills fans.
I'm like, but when you hear the crowd, you know there's probably like 5,000 Bills fans, which they travel well.
Yeah.
But there's still 72,000 Texans there. They were really
Right,
loud.
Texans.
But
Is that how many people are
every shot they're showing, I'm like, come on, I know what you're doing. You're trying to make the
Yeah.
narrative that so many Bills fans here.
Right here. Kaimi Fairbairn's full name has 59 letters.
Oh my God.
He is of Hawaiian descent, and his full name is Kaimi Noal Ome Kai Ko Kakum Apa. And then
Put that on your Scantron when you were a kid.
Fairbairn.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Whoa.
John Christian, Kaimi, all the things I just said, Fairbairn.
But
Look at
now
the spelling of
he's the
his
leading
name.
scorer for. He's got the most points, right?
For the Texans. Yeah, that's what I
Bravo.
heard too.
Texans suffer injuries yesterday.
Yeah,
Don't-
Nico Collins, the best wide receiver in the NFL. He did an awesome play. He just ran and a perfect throw from CJ, 50, 60 yards.
Is that the one where
he pulled a
CJ
hammy.
Stroud did the
So I don't know how long a hammy will
arms
keep you out.
folded after
Yep,
that throw?
that's what he did
That's the run.
And then there's another game late last night, Sam. I couldn't
Shut
stay up.
up.
What
We shouldn't wait
was
till
that?
midnight
What was that
watching.
score with your Steelers? How'd they do?
I didn't stay up either. I know.
How about the Cowboys?
I Googled it just to watch, I Googled it to see what the score was to know if you're going to be salty this morning or how many DMs I get. Because a lot of people hate on me because I'm a Steelers fan. They will
course.
DM me.
Oh, my
And they're
God.
like, oh, your Steelers lost.
It's not even worth
I'm
it.
like, can you just leave me alone, you jerks?
God.
Keep doing it,
But
people.
yeah, the hour rain delay, I
And
could
that
not
screwed me.
stay awake for
Oh,
that.
that's what it was. An hour
That's why
rain delay. It was almost
got
until
so
midnight.
pushed back. Yes.
Usually it ends around 10, 20.
Yeah, it was a torrential downpour.
30.
They couldn't play.
It was awful and lightning delay and all that. So
they
yeah,
complained
I went
rain,
to
that
I went to
lightning.
bed before halftime and I was already so mad because our offense was just.
How can you sleep in the middle of a game and you're all fired up and you
I
don't
just-
even know how it's going to end and you go to bed at half?
I've done
Because
that.
this morning would have been so rough
Yep.
if I stayed
Yeah.
That's
awake.
why. We take one for the team.
Yeah, I can't.
I want to enjoy it.
Right, I couldn't. I could
I
not
woke
stay
up
awake.
twice, and it was fourth quarter, and I saw they were down by 3. I'm like, oh, and I fell asleep. I woke up at 2, and then I saw they won.
Yeah.
So Cowboys and Steelers last
Man.
night. And the Cowboys took the W in Pittsburgh. They kept showing TJ Watt's face. Okay. That's the Steeler face. that
Yeah,
I miss
it really
TJ Watt.
is.
Okay.
All right, so Rihanna, for a long time, has been the world's richest female musician. She keeps the title of richest female musician of all time because she was once worth $1.77 billion. However, she has dropped down to $1.4 billion, and now Taylor Swift has taken the title because she is worth an estimated $1.6 billion. By the end of the Eras Tour, she probably will be the world's richest female musician of all time.
And if you
because
think
she'll
about
probably
it-
beat that number of Rihanna's at 1.77.
You think about it, though. Taylor Swift accomplished this all with her music. Rihanna, it was the Fenty line. That's really where all the money came from. Even not to take away anything from her abilities. I mean, she's got more hits than you can even count.
Yes.
And she's an amazing musician and amazing singer.
You forget
But
how
Taylor
many hits
Swift,
Rihanna has until she did Super Bowl. You're
Taylor
like, oh, yeah.
Swift's money is all from performing.
And didn't Selena Gomez also just hit that billionaire mark?
Yeah, she did.
But she's the tertiary one. She's
Yeah,
like
you
third one down.
Well, when you hang out with billionaires, I mean,
Yes.
some have 2. That's Pichon.
I hung out with a
Some have,
billionaire this past
10.
weekend.
Some have 10 or 11. You know,
He didn't have any hits.
There's a lot of steak places
steak places.
and sports
And
teams.
There's a, some people will collect things of value that they know have value, and others are like, well, I hope this hits the jackpot one day. The story of the Menendez brothers NBA card just won't quit. If you've not heard this story, ever since Ryan Murphy put Monster on Netflix about the Menendez brothers,
Yes.
this has been circulating, and now this thing actually does have some value. There is a 1990 Mark Jackson basketball card, and some people don't even know who that is.
I'd have never
I can't
heard
pick
He
that
played
guy
for the
out of the
Knicks. He was a jerk. The Pacers. Jerk for me because I played against him in the Bulls.
Oh, okay.
He coached Curry and the Splash Brothers. He started them with Golden State, and then they fired him. And then he was on TV with Jeff Van Gundy doing all the play-by-play for ABC.
So his card
for
from
many years.
1990 shows him in action mid-pass. That's the cart. But, you see the crowd behind him.
Front row.
Oh.
And the front row
The boys?
courtside tickets belong to Lyle and Eric Menendez.
Are they in it?
Yes, they're in the car.
You
That
can
is
see them.
crazy. Yeah, I just
Oh,
looked at the
wow.
picture.
So,
They're killer seats. Look at them.
yeah.
Oh, no pun intended.
And the reason it is so much more stepped up is not because they're just in it like they went to a random game. This was a game that happened after the murders, but before they were arrested for the murders.
Oh.
That they're sitting courtside at this game, and they got snapped in this photo that ended up being the trading card.
Who figured that out? Like,
No
Yeah.
idea.
So
no
that's how
idea.
They worked through their grief by going to the game.
That's wild, though, to know that.
ain't that weird?
Yes, and now the talk still doesn't stop about maybe they'll get a retrial and
Resentenced.
now that Kim Kardashian has spoken, then that fixes everything.
Oh, God.
Hope she's on the.
Kim Kardashian posted
She
the
put it
whole
on
thing
Instagram.
last week.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It
but
could help, though.
They need to be out.
Hey, whatever happened? I wonder if anyone saw Mike Tyson this weekend.
Oh,
With autographs
yeah.
Oh
we
yeah,
gave
somebody
away.
text us at 37530.
Did he have his shirt on?
Yeah.
Did he have his shirt on?
I'm telling you, I've been looking at some of the tour stops. He's doing this all across America, and he's always sitting at a table, and he's not wearing a shirt. Like
How old is he now?
He's almost 60. And he's going to fight Jake Paul.
So 37530, send us a picture of you and Mike Tyson if you went. I want to say happy 21st birthday. I would say Jocelyn, but it's Jacelyn. Is that Jacelyn? Or did
Jacqueline.
she typo? Jason.
Jacqueline.
Why don't you do
Is it
both?
Jacqueline?
Let's do both, and then she can.
Because Jocelyn is Jocelyn, and she spells it Jacelyn.
I'm all in. I'm putting my money on Jacqueline.
Okay, well,
I'm
she
going
needs
with
to text
Jacqueline.
us the phonetics of her name. But happy 21st birthday to you. She said she listens every single morning, and I wish I could say your name correctly.
The 21st birthday on a Monday.
Oh.
That's not fair.
That
No.
happened
Yeah, you wanna
Hey, me
redo
and
it.
Jacqueline, Jacelyn, Jocelyn are in the same boat. It's not fun. I
You
had my
had that?
21st on a Monday night. We tried to go out to a bar. It was us and two other people. It was boring.
I remember I wanted, there's one place you go to, like a 7-Eleven type place, and if it's your birthday, they give you a free 6-pack.
Really?
Oh, that's
that's
cool.
pretty
Here in
cool.
Houston?
Now this is in Illinois.
Oh,
I don't know if
okay.
other
I'm
place
sure
did
they
this.
don't do it anymore.
I don't know, but no.
And I remember that I bought something called Red Dog.
Red Dog.
Look it up.
I
think
remember Red
heard
Dog.
Sounds really
Was it like a
familiar.
bulldog face?
Yeah, the bulldog red.
Was
It was
the
a red
mascot?
dog.
I remember that. I
I'm
remember
like,
that.
all the choices. I didn't know what to do. I'm like, I'll take this one.
Yeah, is it an Irish red or something like
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Red dog.
Yeah.
Do they still have that? I'll look it up.
Oh, I don't think so.
Yeah, see if we can still get.
It's
Red
like Ice
Dog.
House. It just went away.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Natty
beer,
Light.
you know, I told you guys on Friday's show that I'd gone to the
Greek
Greek
beer?
Festival on Thursday, and there was a Greek Festival brew that I really liked a lot by No Name or No Label Brewery. And I was
No
like, how am I
Label.
going to find it? I went out last night to grab some to-go burgers for my kids, and the guy had like all these beers on tap, and I said, oh, like what kind of is that one or that other one? And I go, no, he goes, what kind of beer do you like? I said, oh, I'm real basic, like there's this one beer I liked so much this weekend, I probably will never find it again. And I went to the Greek Festival and and he goes, No Label Brewery, is it called blah blah blah? I go, oh my god, that's it! Like they have it in the can there, and I was like, it's called it's like I gotta find
What's
the
it
name of
called?
it, but it's
Maybe we go to No
it's a
Label.
rice beer. It's a rice beer, and I can't remember the actual name that they brewed under, but they slapped the label for the Greek Festival on it, so you can actually purchase it. Now I gotta just figure out what's
Aroni?
actually called. Can I buy like no? It is like
Rice-A-Roni?
it's a rice beer
That's
from
the San
No Label
Francisco
Brewery
treat.
or No Name. Is it No Label or No Name Brewery?
No label.
No
brewery.
Label Brewery. It's a rice beer. I got it. It's like hockey
Easy
sticks and-
Rizzy?
No, it's some
No.
funny
You got to bring that
phrase.
in. Find it and bring it in so we can try it.
I will do that. Would you try it Tuesday? Would you try it Tuesday? All right, coming up next, we're going to check in with your calls on the listener line.
Oh, yeah, we've got a ghost story, a spooky tale.
Is it better than what we got last Friday?
I know.
Definitely. Definitely.
And we have the whole month to deal with that.
Although
hopefully.
kids are very easily entertained, Derek, because I met somebody on Saturday that told me, I listened to your show on Saturday, and I mean on Thursday, whatever day we did it, Friday, and those ghost stories were awesome. But the kid was like 10. And I was like,
okay.
Oh, okay. If you're under 12, you'll love it.
No, I think this is a step up. Trust me.
We'll hear it next on the Rule and Ryan Show. Really? All right.
4.1 KRB.
Before we get into that, sorry, guy, I talked all over you. I want to address two things on the listener line. People are giving us lots of good information. So we asked the question, did Mike Tyson have a shirt on or off this weekend in League City when you went to go meet him?
Oh, yeah.
People are sending us pictures of Mike Tyson with his shirt on. This texter says he was so awesome and sweet. He let the kids sit on his lap. He was laughing. He was so down to earth. It's a picture of her and Mike Tyson. definitely in a shirt. He's sitting down wearing black pants, and he's got his fist up like, yeah, here's my pose.
I hope he wins, but I just don't think.
It's a fight with Logan Paul. Isn't that
No,
elder
Jake
abuse?
Paul.
Oh, Jake Paul. Sorry.
Yeah,
Isn't that elder abuse?
Logan's in WWE.
Because Jake Paul's like, what, 24? 22?
Oh, he's probably 28
27?
now, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, really?
26?
Anyway, Mike
don't know.
Tyson's close to 60.
I get them mixed up. They both, the brothers look
I know.
alike. They're-
Yeah, they do.
And then the other text information, it's called Hard Hats and Six Packs is the beer I was talking about
hard hats and
from
six
No
packs.
Label Brewery.
Somebody said it won an award.
It did. What's the one here? I don't know. It won something amazing, and a lot of people like it. It's been around. They labeled it for Greek Festival, but they also sell it. So
they won-
they found it at AGB.
They won the 2023 New York International Beer Competition.
That's
So
right.
there
Isn't
you
that
go.
great? Hard hats and six packs.
And
I'll
Jake
find me a
Paul
six-pack of
is
that.
27.
27 versus
27.
60. I think that, I'd love to see Tyson beat him.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That would be so cool. All right, so listener line. On Friday, we had a group called the Christina Project in, and I love Andrew Toops. Eric, you started it off his whole listener line career because you said if anybody's in the process of getting intoxicated, we want you to call
From
in.
the start to the beginning, middle to the end.
And it was on his wedding day that Andrew Toops called us and said, I'm getting married today. And then he started drinking. And then it ended all the way at the end of the listener line day with his bride.
And then we followed his life, and then he got
Has a
married.
baby.
He's got a baby, and him and his son went out to the Christina Project this weekend, and he's so sweet.
It's your boy Andrew. I went to the Christine Project. Me and Tanner had a great time. 104.1 KRB booth was super fun. I was trying to win 3 art pieces and Ryan Chase because my wife's grandma had cancer, so I was wanting to support. Me and Tanner just had a full-on bidding war with Ryan's project.
Now, Tanner's too.
I started the bid with 50, then Tanner went to 100, and then I responded with 120, so I won the bidding war with 160. So thank you again, 104.1, for what you do with the city, and thank you for supporting all of these amazing organizations. I love y'all. Tanner, say la-da-da-da-doo.
So
Kids on
sweet.
cue. I like that.
Tanner,
rocks.
Tanner, you're awesome. Your dad's awesome.
awesome.
Bring Tanner up here.
I donated a painting, so he's so sweet. He shows up to all our gigs, and Andrew, DM me or whatever. I'll get you another painting for free, okay? Since you did something so nice.
That's cool.
All right, how about a ghost story? Ooh, Andy Bernard, The Office. All right, here we go. How about a ghost story? The ghost stories we had last week.
They were all right.
Yeah.
Well,
What we can do better
every
this
Friday in
Friday?
October, we're doing Believe It or Not, the Paranormal Edition. You're supposed to give us a story that sounds creepy. The last one kind of saved the day, but the earlier ones were a little long drawn out and not as scary.
All right, what do you think of this one?
Just had my house cleansed on September the 6th. Been there 14 years. We've always had some activity, but I would say that started about 5 or 6 years ago. I mean, one night I even came out of my room with my gun because my son is hearing something breathing on his door, and it's just he and I there. End up speaking with my next-door neighbor, and some of the things that I was blaming on my son that has autism, they were experiencing. So it was whatever this spirit was would turn our TV on at like the highest volume it can go. And not just that, knocking things over. You go and look, there's nothing knocked over. Footsteps. My neighbor has actually seen images. It's kind of creepy. I'm just waiting on the report from the paranormal team. They have video proof of things, so they kind of have to do a reveal with me. And anyway, have a great one. Bye.
Wow, they have paranormal teams that come
yeah.
visit your house?
Yes, we've had them on our
Yeah, I
show
think
before.
they try and come on, but then I'm like, I don't know, are they real or is it like scam?
Who are you gonna
in,
call?
in the old
I
days,
don't know.
Brian, I mean, Eric, we had Lone Star Spirits on in here.
Yep, and some of them, I don't know. Yeah, because they talk about the orbs, like in those photos,
Yeah.
the old time.
Yeah.
We used to actually
I
go
love
get.
those little orbs and photos, though.
Yeah.
I have
I
a
do feel like
picture.
they mean something.
A little light
Sam,
orbs.
I got to show you this
Yeah.
picture. I took my daughter to go visit my dad's grave for the first time, like when she was 4. And I have a picture of her standing in front of my dad's headstone, and there's an orb right above her
See?
shoulder.
I feel like there's
And this
something
is old school
magical in
film.
those photos.
But how come we don't see them now on our
Yeah.
phones?
Yeah.
Photos.
What
Sometimes you have
yeah,
them.
I think
Yeah,
it
I've
Not
had
like that.
them.
Like that,
I
we
just-
saw it all the time on those.
Yeah, I think
well,
it was
all the
probably
time,
the
but maybe
developing.
there's yeah. But nowadays there are still a lot. Like when I
Oh,
went
I
on my
see,
baby
yeah.
moon with my husband Mark, we were in San Diego and there was a picture of us by like the ocean, the water, and there was little orbs all around us. I know
That
it
sounds so sweet. Like
It
their
was-
little
Maybe
orbs
it was
around
aliens.
them.
It was little baby orbs.
It was
I feel like it was like my grandpa that passed away.
It could be.
Like him.
Why
I
not?
don't know. That's the only thing I really believe in. Other stuff, I'm like,
I like the
but
orbs.
I do
and
too.
the light rods.
Yes.
That means something.
Right.
Oh yeah, the light rods. Let
How
me
about
just sidebar for a second there on the
Uh-huh.
light rods. When I used to live in Philadelphia, you are on the grounds of the Civil War battles, right? Gettysburg is not too far away.
The
You go to-
Revolutionary War, too.
yeah, the
Mostly
Revolutionary War.
I would say.
And
Less
what
Civil
what
War.
is it,
Civil War's
Kevin?
further down.
Oh, you're right. Revolutionary. Well, whatever. Lots of wars.
The first one.
What's the one?
wars?
Bunker Hill, the actual Bunker Hill.
Yes.
Here we have Bunker Hill as a
Yeah.
village here,
Yeah.
but the actual Bunker Hill is there.
I was real confused.
And I was driving with my friend, and we took a picture of the field because she said, "Oh, there's like a really famous place where a lot of people passed away in this battle." And when we developed the picture, it was like hundreds of light rods
Valley
all over that
Forge.
field.
Oh,
Maybe it was
wow.
Valley Forge.
Yeah, that's a big
yes.
attraction there. That's where
Valley
all
Forge
the
for
soldiers
sure.
were. I think there's a lot of ghosts on that hill
For
right
sure.
there.
Wouldn't be
And
surprised, yeah.
definitely
So many people
captured
died.
that
Think
in
about
the
it. You
picture.
really had to because those guys could load a musket, but it took like how long? Like a minute to get a single shot
In
off.
Philly, can you see do they have? You can see the red coat outfits and their uniforms and
In
stuff. they had?
Independence Mall, there's a whole bunch of different buildings that feature that, and plus the
Is
Revolutionary
that
War.
next to a Spencer's.
Spencer.
Next to us.
You're such a dork.
That's a mall.
Yeah, not Independence Hall.
They call it Independence Mall for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, I just got your joke,
no.
man. I'm a little slow on that today. I was like, is there a Spencer in
Like, why is it called
history I should
Independence
know?
Mall? That's a weird name.
It's the mall, like the mall. Like when you go to D.C., they call it the mall. When you're going to the Capitol, that whole walkway, that whole complex is
Oh,
the
really?
mall.
Yeah,
I can see a red coat and go to Sephora.
Yeah, not an actual mall where you shop. I don't know why it's called the mall. Like Independence Hall. Now they've built it as a
That'd be
huge
awesome.
mall.
You get a red coat and red panties with it. And Victoria's
There you
Secret.
go.
All right.
Hey, yo.
Took it too far, Eric. Too far.
Tell you what's going down in H-Town.
Wow, it finally happened nearly a month after somebody won the $800 million Mega Millions Texas lottery ticket that was sold at Murphy Express gas station in Sugar Land. The winner has come forward to claim the prize.
And it was.
They have not revealed who
Oh,
it is.
but they-
So the person opted to take the lump sum prize of $409 million, a little bit more
not?
than that. And that's before taxes. So the store which sold the ticket also got $1 million retainer bonus. This is the largest prize ever paid out to a single Texas lottery player.
It should be hard to. I mean, look around Sugar Land, and if that person lives there, you'll kind of know.
Well, yeah.
Also, they got 5 Cybertrucks.
Cybertrucks, that's where you'd spend your money.
But what are the odds
I
that
saw
the
one with a
person that
red
won
one
that?
this
I
weekend.
have seen the red
Oh,
one,
really?
I
yeah.
did a story. It was orange.
Oh,
I saw a red
I'm
one.
like, oh, well, now we know this person, a super D-bag. Not only do you have one, but you got it painted orange.
what are the odds
That was
that
on
the
your
person?
story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
What are the odds that the person that bought the ticket in Sugarland actually was just passing through for gas? Because sometimes you're like, oh no, I need
never know.
gas,
Right.
and they don't actually live anywhere near there. They're just like, oh, I live in Katy or I live
Kev,
in the
you went to that
Woodlands, but I
store.
was in Sugarland.
Kevin, you went to that store. Wasn't it right off 99?
Ooh.
No, it wasn't 99.
No,
Wasn't it?
90.
No, 90. 90.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was pretty chill, and I don't know what they're going to do with that $1 million. But I think
Million?
also it was
Oh, the store.
The store.
the
yeah.
store. But also they indicated it was a corporately operated store.
Right.
So
Right.
it's
Right.
like-
Wait,
oh,
too.
yeah.
They won't
Corporate,
see it.
corporate
That
gets
sucks.
it.
Oh, that's great
They
to
should
know
give
that-
bonuses to all the people that work
Yeah,
there.
yeah, they should give it to all the employees.
At
But
least like
we'll put
50
some
grand.
nice pink flowers and red colorful floral landscaping around your gas station. to
Actually,
make it, like, nice.
it already looks pretty nice.
Well,
I
look at
must
that.
say, yeah.
You don't need anything
No,
then.
no,
Just
no.
keep the money for yourselves,
They could
corporate.
adorn it in gold, though, and make it gold, gold pumps and gold handles.
That won't be stolen.
that would be
You're such a dork.
I'd totally be over there.
By the way, the Texans win over the Bills 23-20.
Yeah.
In a last 2 seconds, field goal, heart beating, crazy, nail biting. Oh God, make this 59-foot field goal.
Their 4
thriller.
victories have all been like 6 points or less.
Hey, it's still a win.
Yep. It's hard to win in the
W is
NFL.
all that matters.
2 weeks in a row, they won the last play of the game.
Well, it was 14-3, and the Bills came all the way back to tied at 20, and I was like so mad.
You don't want to look at that part.
I know.
Look at the
wanted the thriller of the last 2
They had
seconds.
no penalties, and then the third quarter, they just crapped the bed and just started flags.
Crap the bed.
I'm like,
You
where
don't
all
hear
these
many
penalties
sports
come from?
commentators say that.
Yeah. Well, I'd have to say they crapped the bed.
I should play you audio. You think Houston people are crazy.
Uh-huh.
Philly,
Oh, well, we know they're nuts.
those
The
Philly
fans.
announced, like sportscasters, they went off on the Phillies because they got beat the first game against the Mets.
Yeah, then
And this guy just I'm like, man, you're giving up on your team already. Call them out.
Just for one game drop.
and they came back and won. I'm like,
I was going to say,
you
they
don't
just won
deserve.
yesterday.
They don't
They
deserve to
played
win.
yesterday, and the Phillies won in a walk-off.
They booed
They
that
were
Nick
looking-
Costa, whatever his name is.
The one that you don't know his name.
Nick
so.
Costa, whatever. They booed him, because when he swung at something, and then he's the one who won the game for him.
Oh, my
Like
God.
Philly fans are fickle.
Castellanos.
They're
Fickle Philly.
Okay. Well, coming up next, look at me now. You guys call us at 833-390-KRBE, and you tell us a story of you can't, you wouldn't, you won't do it, you can't do it. Somebody dropping you into the category of loser. You're going to go nowhere. Or you had a great idea, and they said, that's not going to work. How's that going to work? And look at you now. 833-390-KRBE. We'll talk to you next on The Real and Ryan Show.